Fountain to Rome, and we're basically kicking off 24 hours here, and we're gonna start that with the Colosseum. We've just had a bit of a walk around and we made it to the Colosseum, and we have a couple more stops around the area, but I'm walking in the middle of the street because it's closed. Then I think our next stop is going to be the Vatican?
Yeah.
The Vatican. Or food.
Probably food.
Food, yeah. I guess it's gonna be food.
Yeah.
Just to our luck, it started pouring down. We're literally soaked at this point. It's still not cold. Yes.
Still hot.
We're on our way to get food because, well, I'm starving. Are you hungry?
I can eat.
You can
I
always.
can always.
Really? We've just finished up from lunch and we're walking to the Vatican now. That was some good lunch. I had really high hopes because it was really highly rated on Happy Cow, but it exceeded expectations. It was really good. I'll leave a link down below. They have the randomest ways to block streets here. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. But we had pinza and local pasta. They were really, very good. But yeah, I'll catch you back up when we arrive at the Vatican. And we are officially at our second country of the day. So, we go to the Vatican and we're like, okay, let's go to the museums first. Museum's closed because it's a Sunday. And then we're like, okay, let's go to the Sistine Chapel then. Also closed because it's a Sunday. So we're gonna try, lights, hello. So we're gonna try and queue up for the actual Vatican. And the queue is horrific, but why not? At this point we don't have anything else to do, so might as well. Looks like we started queuing at the right time, so we started queuing from there. Now the queue goes all the way back there. Wow. And it's so close. Yet so far. We finally made it past the queue! An hour and... what? Channel. An hour and 20 minutes later.
Bendito sea el nombre del Señor, ahora y por todos los siglos. Nuestro auxilio es el nombre del Señor que hizo el cielo y la tierra. La bendición de Dios Todopoderoso, Padre, Hijo y Espíritu Santo, desciende sobre ustedes.
made a double bed. We are at the hotel 2 hours later. Mind you, Google said it was a 1 hour walk. We made it in 2 hours. And we're gonna relax for a bit because we're tired and our legs hurt. We're gonna chill and then we're gonna go out to dinner and maybe a couple more stops. We just woke up from our nap. We have a bathroom outside of our room, but that's basically it. You just toilet, shower, a day, and sink. And I'll show you our room now when I go back because we were definitely too tired to do that before. And this is our room. So you walk in. Those did not look like that. So we had a bed over there and a bed over here, and this bedside table between them, but Luke made them into a double bed. We got like a desk there and a wardrobe over there. TV does not connect to shit. But we were upgraded from a 2-person dorm room to a private room, so I guess I can't really complain. Creepiest lift ever. Literally.
Smallest.
That too. Like. ترى الهبل يا سلمان. I'm telling you, it's the creepiest elevator ever. 5.
Staircase. Oh, hey.
And we're back. So I managed to get some souvenirs. You know how like everyone has their thing? My thing is postcards. So yeah, so I got that for me and that's for the family. And then we basically headed off to dinner and that was amazing. I had a carbonara and Luke had a tagliata.
Yes, it's vegan steak.
Yeah.
With some potatoes.
And potatoes, very good potatoes.
And the pancakes.
And he got a cup for takeaway, which I'll show you in a sec. And look at that. Wow.
We do some uncoveries
You're an uncovery.
for the chocolates.
Oh. You're sharing, right?
No.
No. What do you mean, no? But yeah, so Luke's gonna eat that and then we're gonna sleep because our flight is early in the morning tomorrow. Is it good? No.
Oh no, tastes good.
Is it the crap that you don't like?
Yeah. No, chocolate is fine, 100%. Loving that shit. But the pancake, man.
No.
You like it?
Has a weird aftertaste.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I'm not too off here.
I know, right?
I have to agree. Unfortunately. But the food. No, 100% recommend the food. And I'll leave a link to that.
Full 100%.
Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description for the food as well. But, yeah. Okay, so it's a couple of days later now, and I thought I'd run you through what everything costs, how we got everything, and all that. So starting off with the first thing being the flights. I'm subscribed to Ryanair emails, and I happened to get an email that they were having a sale, and we managed to find a couple of different flights, like to a couple of different cities, but we didn't want to take any leave off of work or extra time off or anything like that. So that kind of limited us to the days when we were available. And then on top of that, we also wanted to go to like a city that we've never been to and all that. And eventually we settled on Rome. So the total for the flights with an under the seat bag, so no hand luggage, and we picked our seats, was 106 euros for 2 people. So that's about, say, 50 euros each. Then for accommodation, I found a 2-person hostel dorm, and that was 96 euros for 2 again, and 10 euros per person per night, which was only 1, city tax. So that we had to pay in person. 96 I paid in advance. And then once we got to the hostel, we actually were advised that we got a room upgrade. So instead of having bunk beds, we got twin beds that, as you would have seen, Luke made into a double bed for us. We also noticed that where hostels are typically a place for youths to socialize and get a cheap night, this just seemed to be getting a cheap night and not really a social aspect to it. I don't know if that's a Rome thing or if it was just this hostel, but if you are a youth looking to socialize, this may not be the hostel for you. But again, I don't know if that's a citywide thing. If you happen to know, just leave it down in the comments for our fellow travelers. To get from the airport into the city, we used a bus service called TerraVision, and it ended up amounting to 22 euros for 2 people. I'll put the price breakdown here because there were different prices for the different routes. The bus stop at the airport was very easy to find. It's literally the first thing you're gonna see when you walk out of the airport. Also, we landed in Ciampino. I might be saying that incorrectly, but we landed there, and the second we walked out, we just found the bus stops. There were loads of monitors so you could see where your bus is. Coming back from central Rome though, it wasn't as easy. Like, it wasn't super complicated either. So we had a map with, say, bus stop number 28. We went to bus stop number 28 and our bus happened to be at bus stop 26. So just keep that in mind, like glance over all the bus stops when you're there, just so you don't, miss your bus. But other than that, it was a very smooth ride and perfectly timed, honestly. Other than that, when we actually got to Rome, we walked around pretty much everywhere. Like, we didn't use any internal city transport. It's a very walkable city, but I would recommend wearing your shoes in and also making sure that your shoes won't rip, because mine ripped while we were there. Like, the inside sole actually ripped. I don't know how that happened because I wear those shoes every day here. Or maybe that's how that happened. But yeah, and I ended up getting blisters on my feet, of course. So just make sure you have proper shoes if you're walking around, and also make sure you're not injured, because Luke was injured and it really did not help him to walk 32,000 steps in a day. As for food and drink, I would suggest you get an empty bottle with you to the airport, pass security with the bottle empty, and then fill it up after security. That's what we did, and we had free water basically all day. Other than that, the first thing we bought in Rome was a Red Bull can, because we got there at 8 in the morning and I needed it. And that was 3.50 from a vending machine, that's euros. After that, it was lunch, and lunch amounted to 32 euros, and that's including a service fee. So that was for water, a pinza, some sort of pasta that Luke had, and the service fee all included, 32 euros. And then dinner, we paid 55 euros to give a tip because we did not have a service fee included. Without the tip, it would have been about 48 euros, so we just rounded up a bit more than 50 because 50 seemed like too low of a tip. So we just rounded it up to 55. We also picked up Coca-Colas along the way. There were 2.50 each, so that was another $5. But the total for the day was 95.50. So again, about 50 euros each. That's pretty much all we spent because our activities and whatnot were all free. We didn't go into the Colosseum because we had our route planned that we were going to the Sistine Chapel and the Vatican Museums. Obviously, if we had gone into any one of those, that there would have been a fee. So that would be something to keep in mind. Also, bear in mind that things close on Sunday, because we did not know that. And we also tried looking up tickets for the Colosseum the night before, so when we were still here, and we couldn't find anything online. So I would suggest planning quite a bit in advance. For the Vatican Museum, they are closed on Sundays. However, the last Sunday of the month they are open and it's free entrance. So if that's something you're interested in, maybe plan your trip around that. Also, check their website to make sure that's still a thing, because this was just on a little poster thing right outside, so I don't know how up to date that is. Another thing to keep in mind in regards to the Vatican is the church attire. So you're not meant to have your shoulders out, you're not meant to be wearing short shorts or anything too revealing, let's just put it that way. But I did see people inside that had like spaghetti straps and stuff like that. Obviously, I wouldn't personally recommend that, because you don't really want to queue for like 2 hours to just get to the security, and they're gonna be like, no, because your shoulders are showing. And usually, so here in Malta we have churches, and usually they'd offer you something to put over your shoulder just in case. I didn't see that anywhere in the Vatican, so I don't think that that's an option unless I completely missed it. Another couple of things to note, just know that the city is unfortunately not the cleanest, in the sense of there's quite a bit of trash everywhere, and there's also graffiti literally everywhere, to the point where they're graffitied up so high that you're like, how the fuck did someone get up there? Also, just because it's a capital city, it doesn't mean it has to be expensive. Like, if you plan it right, you can find some really good spots and really cheap eats. If you're only going up for a day, you can also look into an option of getting food up with you. We didn't bother with that because we wanted to try Roman vegan food. Very simple, like that's the only reason. And also you can maybe look into the option of having a super early flight and a super late flight, and you can save on accommodation that way. But maybe not for Ciampino airport, because I didn't see any loungy areas at the airport before security, but again, that might just be me missing it completely. But that is all from me about Rome. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. My next video is going to be of a very similar concept for another city in Italy. So if you have any guesses on where I'm going, leave it down in the comments below. And if you have any other ideas for me, leave them down in the comments below as well. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!